doing it, dude. What's up, dog?
Let me give me one of those.
Hey, yeah, it's a 9. Get your face feeling warm.
Yeah.
He's gonna throw up, dude.
This shit will give you heartburn too.
That was your last one.
Nah, he's a man.
Yeah, hey, literally, they're like a nickel a piece, dude. I think we're good, Luke.
Smell the berry flavor from.
Yeah.
Zins are like how cheap cigarettes used to be back in like my grandpa's age.
Oh yeah. By the time our kids are our age, these are gonna be fucking $20 a pack.
But this probably you can probably speak to this. I never I know why I use a Zyn because I smoke cigarettes and I don't want to smoke cigarettes, so I'm still addicted to nicotine. I'm confused by people that went straight to the Zyn pipeline. Like I look at it like it's like a quitting aid.
Yeah, almost like the Nicorette gum. Remember Steven Dorff used to do the commercials for the
Dorff man.
But what was it? It wasn't Nicorette. It was like an off-brand, whatever it was.
There was Niquittin was one of them.
Niquittin.
Niquittin.
I don't think we can say that on here on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's my neighbor's name.
Nick Quittin.
That's crazy, bro. I forget what it is. Pat, can you look up what did Steven Dorff, what nicotine company did he sponsor back in the day? I used to see these commercials late night all the time when I'd be sitting up watching Comedy Central and shit. He would be on there, I'm pretty sure.
Trying to cut these.
Of course you don't. You see the type of people this is the type of people I could afford to hire.
We're in the back of a warehouse.
Yeah, dude, we are.
I just peed by a shed.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Hey, was the camera on him when he said that? Because that was good, bet. Okay, it's fine. He just peed behind a shed. It's no big deal. Thanks for coming, Luke. That's fun. Have we started, Pat?
Yeah, we've been started.
Yeah. Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah. On-air light's been on since I got here.
Yeah, it has, dude. We're running low on batteries, too. These aren't Duracell. These are like the dollar store brand batteries. It was a quick stop and go. But, yeah, man, how are you? What's been going on?
What's cracking? Let's get right into it.
Let's get right into it. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
That's good, bro.
It was actually an e-cigarette that he...
Oh, it was an e-cig? Was it the blue?
Blue E, yeah.
Oh, it was blue? I remember blue. Blue was the first thing that got me off cigarettes.
It was burning houses down.
Those were the first vapes, dude.
Yeah, that was always catching fires.
They were.
My sister's nightstand caught on fire from one of those.
Dude, but that's the first time I had nicotine and coffee together because they had a coffee-flavored pod you would put on it. And I love the Zen coffees too. Those are fire.
I never went for any of that.
You don't do the flavors.
No. I have enough flavor in myself. Yeah, unlike you folks trying to fill out your flavor profile.
When's the first time you ever had a cigarette?
Probably like 13 or 14.
Yeah.
Too young.
Yeah, way too young.
Yeah, I don't remember being a non-smoker.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have childhood memories, but that's like then smoking.
Yeah, when I grew up in the 90s, I think everyone smoked around me. And I remember smoking a cigarette when I was like 10, but then I got caught. And my brother made me and my other brother eat a whole pack of Marlboros. My oldest brother, he made us eat them. I couldn't go to school.
Did he smoke too?
He smoked.
Yeah,
I couldn't go to school the next day because I was sick. I was overdosed on nicotine.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then later,
so you can get the nicotine from eating the cigarette.
Yeah, so I hated smoking after that.
Yeah.
And then like 3 years later, my friends, we'd all walk around and we'd be out and shit, and they would be smoking. They were older.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I was having like a bad day, and I remember having a bad day as a 13-year-old kid. Yeah, and they were like, "Hey, try this," and I was like, "Yeah, it's hard to cry when you can't breathe."
Yeah. Really takes the pain down.
It takes the pain away. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I smoked for fucking a long time. A long time. I don't know. I'm not like one of those people that like counts their sobriety as far as, because I don't drink either and I don't smoke cigs. But I mean, I don't know how long it's been truly, but I think at least I probably smoked for 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of my life. At least 10 years.
I quit
10 or 12.
For like 4 years, I was like stone quit. Like I'm like, fuck this, done. And I was cut for a couple of days, and I would be disgusted looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
But then I moved, and then it like immediately just started smoking. Like it's also when I started doing comedy too, and I was like, everybody standing outside, all right, smoking. And I was like, all right, and it was back on me like immediately, like pack a day.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, I quit like a couple years ago, but I'm like, dude, if I smoke one, it's over. I know. It's going to get me again, dude. Yeah.
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 It will.
I know some people could like have a drink and just smoke one. I'm like, nope, I'd be right at the gas station. I'd be sucking some dude's dick for a pack of cigarettes. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, not only is it the economy tanking and these cigarettes are crazy expensive, but like, I didn't, dude. It got to a point where I didn't feel great when I was smoking. Like I would,
maybe sick.
It was hurt. It was hurting me, and I was feeling it early in my 20s. And I was like, dude, this. I was like, what is happening? Like I couldn't breathe. I couldn't run anywhere, and
getting winded going upstairs.
Yeah, for sure. But I
Johnny's
didn't even
running a lot, by the way. All right.
Yeah,
I had, dude. Look,
now he's.
I was thinner then. Yeah. Hey, pull up. No, don't pull up an old photo. Pull up an old photo when I was hot.
Pull up hot Johnny, please.
Do you mind? No, but I remember quitting those for a while with that blue e-cig thing, and like my family was like, "You're gonna go back to smoking. This is bullshit." Yeah. They were like, "That's how I had a toxic family," but everybody was telling me like, "This is crazy. You're smoking. That's gonna give you cancer." That
you're gonna get radiation.
It was like the size of a one hitter. Do you ever see them? They felt like a cigarette.
Yeah,
and I would get up, dude, and I would vape that in the morning, and I was like, I think this is better. I think this is the future. This is like, I don't know, 10 years ago. I was probably like 20, 25.
I could never do it. It never spoke to me because I don't know, like the flavor I didn't like. But I still got annoyed that like because they quit, you couldn't smoke in any buildings. So they're like, you can't vape either. I'm like, who is this hurting?
Yeah.
You're just mad. You're mad that you can't vape.
I'm beating the system right now.
Yeah.
When you
just
first
want me to be miserable next to you.
The early adopters of vapes, they were beating the system.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'm gonna smoke. I'll vape this in my car.
Vape in the airplane, bitch. This is vapor, water vapor.
I'll blow it on an old lady in Walmart.
Yeah. Right in their baby's face. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Exactly. The mint ones were crazy good too, though. But yeah, dude, I fucked with the blue for a minute. But this is what really got me off cigarettes, and this is silly because I wasn't trying to really get off cigarettes. I just did a big dose of mushrooms, so I got off them for a little bit with the blue, got back on, started smoking again, and then I think within like 6 months to a year, that was on my mind that I wanted to quit. Obviously, somewhere deep in there, and I just did a big dose of mushrooms, and I didn't think about it at all, and I had like a crazy night. Whatever. And I woke up the next day and I just didn't want to smoke the cigarettes that I had. I was just like, give them away, throw them away. I was like, I'm done. I don't know what it was. It like,
so it was basically kind of cold turkey.
Cold turkey.
Yeah.
Cold turkey. And then like 8 years later, I got
sometimes when you like,
I got on vapes.
It's like, I can take it or leave it. I got, whatever. I'll smoke one if I'm bored.
I was the opposite. When I tripped, I would smoke a whole fucking pack of cigarettes.
I didn't like it because this is the thing. It doesn't affect you. You can drink like 100 beers when you're tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you could smoke a pack of cigarettes and drink like 100 beers, and then like 8 hours later, you come back into your body, and your body's like fucked.
Yeah.
Like somebody has you gotta find shelter.
Yeah, you did real damage here. You gotta clean this up.
You gotta clean this up and apologize to everyone you know.
Yeah, you got a mess in here.
Yeah.
You're not getting your deposit back.
No. That's happened before for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, first couple apartments, man. Shout out to my landlords. I apologize. You know what I mean?
I don't think I've ever got a deposit back. I just don't think you get those back.
No.
Luke, you get
I've gotten one back, yeah.
All right,
back. Yeah.
I guess we're all in different worlds, I guess.
Yeah. I think the place before
I'm
I
a man
moved
who
into
respects property.
Yeah.
Unlike
that
you
makes
scrubs.
Sense. That makes
sense. Yeah, you're also a man who could look at things and fix them.
With my mind.
With your mind.
Yeah.
Well, we're all doing things with our mind actually, right? I could Sometimes.
Yeah.
I think most
I can't
times.
speak for everybody. Yeah.
And some of us aren't using it wisely.
Yeah.
You could say that for sure.
Yeah. No, I fix some I can fix some things, with my mind skills. And hand skills,
Yeah. I think it lends itself to a lot of different unique experiences when you're able to fix things and be handy, right?
Yeah, I was in a backyard putting in a shed this week.
That's dope.
Yeah,
I'm building a shed from Amazon.
Oh yeah, no, this is a shed from Menards. It was plastic, but they're like, come put the shed in. I watched the video. I wonder if I should tell a story. I don't know if it'll get it. Nobody watches this, right?
Not really.
Good. Okay.
Now that you're on here, I think we have like 75 people a week that watch it on YouTube and like 30 people on Spotify. 100 listeners.
All right, good. Keep this to yourselves.
Okay.
No, well, I get this call. I thought it was a scam. I was like, these people were trying to rip me off. They're like, I'm out of the country. My mom's old. My brother's had a motorcycle accident. He's all fucked up. But they need a shed put in. And I was like, all right, we'll see. I'll go check it out. It seemed legit. They had the kit already there. And the elderly mom's checking in all the time. Very nice. Went to the thrift store, bought me cargo straps for some reason I don't understand. But I was like, nice lady. I was like, all right.
In case you need to haul something out of here after you build this shed.
The dude, I keep hearing, like, I had to build like a base for it. And I hear this guy going, just MF this, like screaming like he's beating someone. And then later I was like, who else? Is someone else here? And there was nobody there. So this dude, I think he's yelling at me at the window. So I don't know if he's yelling at me or it's just the accident. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing in there. But I'm in the backyard. I was like, will anyone hear me scream? Am I got to fight this man with a hammer? It's like, I also want to get paid, but I was like, the whole time.
You're in the middle of the country?
Yeah.
You're like out in the middle of nowhere?
No, it was in Dayton, but it was like all treed around and whatever else. And I was like,
you could be killed. Yeah.
I was filming it too. I was like, this documentary will be good.
Yeah.
I'm filming straight to my drive. Like
Netflix would pick that up in 6 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Dude, yeah. They would offer your estate.
Dude, I got so much on my hard drive too, like good construction footage.
Oh
whatever.
Man, you had a whole doc, you're already creating it.
Oh,
you're waiting to get murdered.
I'm about to hit it big, dude.
Well, not you, but
yeah, I mean, I'll be dead, but the name.
Yeah,
that's gonna be burnt in the sun.
I love that. Yeah. I can see that too, dude. You're a star for sure.
I'd have 2 weeks of fame on Netflix,
dude. Well, what's cool about you if you've made your own success?
There's a lot cool about me.
So
don't just stop at one thing.
All right. Well, let me compliment you a little bit. Let me tell you what I can see.
Okay. All right.
But I can see that you're a man that's made his own success because you are very successful online, and you've created yourself into.
What the fuck you created
at?
yourself into.
No, I just
you created yourself as a creator, now even an author. So this is like the stuff that you've created is branching out into other forms of art, which is great. I love the stuff that you're doing, but I also see that.
What about?
What
about like my appearance too?
Oh yeah, I mean you're very handsome. Is that what?
Anything else? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't take compliments well, but thank you.
You're a gorgeous man. But should I keep going? What about your eyes?
Deep. Like Caspian Sea.
I love how much you groomed yourself before you came here, though.
Thank you.
You look like you're like fake grizzled. You're like literally
Hollywood grizzled.
You're Hollywood grizzled. That's what it is.
Nice.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I'm glossy. I've been trying to sunblock and protect my skin.
You look like you're covered in olive oil.
I have a shine. I have a high gloss. Even more of a matte finish. But that's
I can see that.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Not much primer though, but I could. Yeah, skip that stuff. That's fine.
You got to protect that flesh. You know,
that's no problem.
That's how you stay Hollywood grizzled.
Yeah.
That's how you stay away from being real grizzled.
Yeah.
I want to fake it. But,
yeah.
No, thank you very much. I appreciate all those.
I was getting to something. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. That's going to let you keep going.
All right.
Tell me more about yourself.
Okay. Mainly it's coconut oil, but I lock it in.
Okay.
Coconut oil everywhere. 2 coats a day. Okay, that's a fact. All right.
I like how you use building terminology for your body.
2 coats.
Your body's a temple.
Yeah. Then to lock it in, I got this nice Korean. It's daytime sunblock. Okay.
Yeah.
And that sort of locks it in. Also keeps a little sunblock on there to keep the UV off.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like it. So somehow you lock it in and also keep it off. You shake it off and lock it in.
You got to shake it off, lock it in. It's more like a clear coat over it, so it protects the finish.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's the gloss, you see. That's the high gloss finish. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember what I was getting to.
Skincare is no joke, anybody. Largest organ on your body.
This podcast brought to you by Skincare.
Care for the skin you're in.
That's right.
With Johnny Woods.
That's right. What I wanted to say was what's cool about you, and you probably don't think about it like this, but sometimes the stars align because obviously you found your passion, what you like to do, and it's going well for you. I love to see this.
Good enough, yeah.
But in the beginning of your career, when you first started stand up, you had like a little flash of success, right? It wasn't even success. It was actually something that just everybody saw you, right? Everybody saw you right away. But you had to wait a long time. And I don't know. It's just a cool like underdog story that you have.
I didn't have anything to like. If I got a big flash now, I got a body of work behind it. Whereas then, big flash, this guy's got 10 minutes maybe, and it's not even good. So it's like I had no ability to capitalize off of it. So the way it was good. Like I mean, like I said, it was. Yeah, I think if let's say I had some sort of. Now, I got like a back catalog, whereas then I had.
You've had a couple.
I mean, yeah, all right.
You know,
yeah.
I feel like multiple of those. I think, and maybe you've even 10x'd what you did at that point now, and then there's other stuff to back it up. Yeah. Which is really cool. So what, like, also, Pat, I want you to pull the clip up, but that way people at home can see it. Pat, you might not know about this either.
What's the clip?
Hey, Pat's a young comic. He doesn't know. We know, though. You and I know. The beer. You do know. You do know.
Kevin told me about it.
Can you pull this up? Pull this up so people at home can see this. So this is how many years ago at this point? And you're in England, too, right?
To say. Probably 15, 14.
15 years ago. This is when you first started stand-up, but a year in, maybe?
Green.
6 months, a year. You're just getting...
Not even a year.
You're just starting to write at this point.
Yeah. I was probably 5-6 months. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so you're in the UK.
Yeah.
You're in school.
I was as the Toriano was the bar. It was a cool bar. This is like Peter Doherty, Amy Winehouse country in Kentish Town.
Wow.
It's kind of punk rockety.
That sounds so hot, dude.
It's cool. It was cool shit.
Why are you arousing me, telling me about a town? I don't understand.
The bar was like it was a piece of shit, like old kind of punk rock, grizzled back alley London bar. But they had like their Tuesday mic. Nice. It was real nice. It was like
good crowd.
40 audience minimum in a room smaller than this. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it was like this, but like longer.
Yeah, like shotgun style.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
You got the clip?
Yeah.
All right, pull it up, play it. We won't be able to see it. We have to get another screen set up for the.
I kind of hate this clip now. I hate this. I don't even like looking at it. But
yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. So this was in a big documentary too, Luke. Do you remember?
I didn't get any credit for it.
I know. You didn't get any credit for it.
I talked to Jim Norton about it, and he's just like, I was like, yeah, the documentary you did got a clip of me in it, and
When do you get the beer?
and he's like, yeah, people can't take a joke. I was like, I don't give a shit about that. I give a shit about my clip.
Yeah, dude.
And he's just like, yeah, no one could take a joke, whatever. Like, and I contacted the producer and everything, but I had no legal team.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm gonna use it as a credit. Fuck.
Yeah. Exactly. Use it as a credit. Yeah. Hopefully someday you'll get to
I'm in a
talk
film
to him
with
in
Carlin.
person.
That's what.
Yeah, you're in a film with George. Yeah, in a film with George Carlin.
Yeah,
What's the movie? Should we plug it?
No, fuck them,
Fuck
dude.
them.
Yeah, it's not on my IMDb. It's on none of that.
When do you get your,
No, it's
like 3 minutes in?
I don't know. It goes on for a long time.
Oh,
Also,
Was that it?
yeah.
Also in this, I do.
You say, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I do a whole bit about Trump, which is not aged well. Like the comment section now, I get like these fucked up comments. I'm like, this is 2010, bro. He was on The Apprentice. It's not the same guy.
Yeah. At that time, you could definitely make fun of him a lot more. Now,
It wasn't even making fun of him. I was like,
you were saying he was cool, basically, like all the,
I was
like
saying
the
like
rappers.
I want an over the top Trump intro. Like everything he still does. It's kind of over the top. So then I'm like, so now it just seems like I want a Trump intro and just the whole lineup's white now. I don't know, like it's something.
Yeah, that's
no DEI comics on here.
it did not age well.
It means a lot of different things now. So,
Yeah.
People are like, what the fuck's that supposed to mean? Like it just
You're like it was a
watch
long
old
time
TV.
ago.
That's what it means. Things change.
People talked like that back then. That's what got you noticed back then was noticing things.
Yeah,
right.
You notice stuff. Yeah.
That's what stand up is to at its core.
Yeah.
We're like social commentators. That's what
Write that down.
That's what Carlin and Pryor did the best, right? They talked about things that we all thought about, and then people that became synonymous with stand up, right? There's storytellers. There's obviously different ways to do it.
You ever watch real old clips of Carlin or Pryor?
I think I've seen all their stuff, brother.
All right.
Yeah.
Carlin was on the first ever SNL.
I didn't know.
Didn't know that either.
He was the first ever comic. Yeah, he was the MC. He was the comic. There was no musical guest, so he just did all the stuff.
Oh, all right.
That's interesting, Pat.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fun little fact. I don't know.
I'm sure it's on YouTube, and I'm actually going to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Normally we'd roast you,
I like
but
the idea of Carlin, but Carlin never spoke to me.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I like what he's saying. I like what he's about. But as like, same thing. If you ever watch Lenny Bruce, you're like, yeah, respect what you did, but I am not laughing.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's time over stuff. But yeah,
I think Carlin was more like a guy who was giving you like hidden knowledge almost to talk shit with your friends to like to fucking. He was like a really. He's still
up there as one of my favorite comics.
Yeah,
I don't watch him, and I'm like
just super liberal, but he had like this activist like mentality, but he was also prolific in the way that he could like punch it up.
The people, I still think it's one of the best bits ever written, but your stuff, but it's someone else's shit. Like, get your shit out of here. It's touching my stuff. So it's my stuff versus your shit. Like the layers of that.
My joke. Stuff and your shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like he's talking about literal stuff, but it like the way, like the subtext.
Yeah.
About just the way people feel about what they care about. Like,
and
it's like
versus
without
what they care
saying
about
it,
other
he didn't
people.
have to say it, but he's like literally just talking about some shit on a table. But it's like the subtext is so smart, you know?
Yeah.
Where the joke's good on the top icing layer for morons who doesn't know there's something in there, but it's like he can do both at the same time. And I just thought it was a genius bit, really.
Yeah, definitely. Ahead of his time. If he would have been in the podcast era, he'd been crushing it, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
For sure. Maybe.
You never know.
You just got to get a young comic to help you produce it and become successful.
Supple young man.
So, hey, Pat's got some fucking hams on him, dude.
Yeah.
hey, we hired
hairless from the neck.
He's
down,
not a
dude.
DEI hire, dude. We hired him exclusively for those hams.
Yeah. He's a HAM.
It's not because he's sad or because you know he didn't get picked as a kid and now he deserves a shot. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's not that.
It's the cake.
It's the cake.
Yeah.
Cake.
How do you feel?
Clap those cheeks, Patty.
Right. Everybody's getting compliments today.
That's right. Everybody but me.
From Luke and you. I mean, gosh. What?
Notice how he said he doesn't have any water for his guests, and he's got the biggest water. He's got like 12 gallons of water that he's putting out.
I could have.
We're all out of water here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Spent all my money on lights.
That's true.
Maybe we get cups. We get some cups for the guests.
I think we get cups. Maybe we get like one of those little water filters and some Dixie cups, like one of those little
I know a guy that
Cooligan.
knows something about ice machines and water filters.
Yeah, maybe we can get something set up.
I know a guy.
I'm fully hydrated.
First, we get a bathroom.
That's another important part of skincare. Really, is it's as much from the inside as the outside. Good vitamins. Take a multivitamin. You're young enough that it's not too late. Johnny, it's all fucked up.
You got any recommendations?
Yeah, dude, I need some recommendations too, Luke.
I would say just a good multi. Take a multi. You need to take cod liver tabs.
Is it
good
too
for
late
you.
for me?
It's too late. Yeah, I go with apple cider. I mean, you got a couple things you can still cling on, like you're hanging on to the cliff.
Yeah, I'm right
Hang
there.
on a little longer.
I'm right there, dude.
Yeah, but look how supple he is. You want to keep that boyish glow, you know, but vitamins.
Vitamins, okay.
And drink at least 8 glasses of water a day. I've been taking ashwagandha for my brain, too.
At
That's
least
been
8
helping me
glasses
out.
of water.
Yeah, he is really rubbing it in with the water now. He's like showering himself. He's not even all making it in his mouth.
Starts pouring it all over his head.
Hey, that's how much water I have. I can just fucking
Just luxuriating in the.
I can cool.
Like, also, I have my own personal bathroom.
I can cool myself off.
Yeah.
If
I got
need
my own
to.
bathroom. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it made you piss by that shed just to do it.
Yeah, you didn't go in my green room when you got here, did you?
Yeah.
I got snacks in there.
We're not going to comp
Just
your parking
all
either. I
water
don't know.
bottles.
I don't know if you talked to valet or not, but we can't comp you.
Good, I wouldn't have expected any less.
Okay. Thank you for coming.
My pleasure. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Luke. So flash
to
of
how great I
success.
am.
Flash
Yeah.
of success. Flash. You would like the Flash,
Flash in the pan.
but I'm sure that probably was like
I didn't handle that situation really well, though.
Well, thank you very
If somebody
much.
poured a beer on me, I would have
It could have went either way real quick.
I'm going to pour a fucking beer on you right now, Patrick.
Dude, I'm going to fight you.
Yeah.
You're going to lose that supple boy face.
Yeah, then he'll be like, yeah, there's no water, but now he's pouring it on Patrick too.
Yeah, these aren't even fake tears from laughing at you, Luke. This is water coming out of my eyes.
That's how hydrated he is. He's overhydrated.
I drank way too much today.
He's leaking now.
So, yeah, so anywho.
Flash in the pan.
Flash in the pan, man.
Flash in the pan.
Yeah.
Flash in the pan. Fast forward, 12 years later, 13 years later.
12 years, 13, yeah.
And then you just decide to start being like, okay, this is what I'm good at already. I'm also funny and I want to make a career out of this. What like clicked for you to like put that into what you were already doing every day and just put your silly ideas and commentary behind it? Like what was the switch? Just for like younger people listening, because like you waited a long time. You like still did mics and did shows and you got funny and you busted your chops. You did your time, but also like what clicked when it started happening for you? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't really like. Well, no, I was okay because I did YouTube videos for a while, but they were like long and actually trying to show people how to do shit. And I was like doing RV videos for whatever fucking reason for a long time. And then
I remember that. That's when I first started coming around. Yeah.
Yeah. It was my RV phase.
Your RV
that'd be good.
phase.
Yeah. Everyone has an RV phase.
What was it? Smoking crack in caravans or something like that?
That was the best part of the RV phase, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, I was because I think COVID, I was kind of doing a lot more handyman shit. I was going to just leave. I was getting bored of stand up anyway. I was like, fuck all this. And then, I just eventually I started because I was trying to like explain it as I went. And I'm like, fuck all that. I'll just do it. I got Premiere Pro and I can just record voiceover on top of it. But then I kept trying to shrink it down smaller and smaller for people's attention span. So I was like, how do I get this to like 3 minutes? And so it just made me cut all the fat immediately. So then you can write it in real time. So if like I don't like that joke, I can clip it and move it over here. And I'm like, that actually goes good with this visual. So while I'm working, I'm kind of writing the draft in my head. And occasionally I'll know what footage goes with it. But usually it's like free-form jazz. I'm just kind of mixing it together until it's like kind of a story. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool. And you just got better at it over time, just fucking around.
Yeah.
So basically something that takes you all day or even weeks or sometimes or days.
To make the video? Or
to sometimes to do like the building and the
building
construction and stuff.
Took months. But
sure, yeah. Yeah. So you're basically collecting the footage over time and like archiving it, making other stuff. Like dude, it's no wonder you got successful. You're literally like constantly thinking about it and making it all the time.
You're like making your own mini HGTV show.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, if you had a camera crew around you, it'd be sick, dude.
I know. That's why sounds like a humble brag. This guy was like, we're trying to pitch you the Magnolia Network. And then I'm like, that'd be cool. And then I'm watching their shows and I'm like, they ain't going for what I do.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what they need, dude. You know, a lot of networks blew up off of one guy that had a different show.
Yeah. Well, that's always like, I'm telling him my ideas for it and you could like see his eyes glazing over. I'm like, nah, I don't think it's
like, dude, my van flies.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, chill out.
It's like PBS late night. We're not doing any of this like to like whatever straight
like
to
the
camera
Wayne's World of
yeah, exactly. I'm not doing these testimonials where you do like, and you won't believe what we found in the cabinet.
No,
it's a plate.
Yeah,
and it's like fake excitement. Like fuck these shows. Dude.
Yeah. You could clean it up a little bit. You think for like a network?
I guess I could clean. I mean, I don't have to be like, but I'm saying the format and style of the show. I'm anti these HGTV shows. It's poison. It's poisoning brains.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks they can get their whole house done in half an hour, and everybody's open concepting their houses because they only open concept on these shows because it looks cool to smash through a wall.
Yeah.
Doesn't make. If I got it from a big family, I don't want to see these motherfuckers. I'm like, the best thing you have is rooms.
Yeah.
Like that's nice. You see each other at dinner time and stuff. Yeah, I don't want to look at everybody's face all day, every day.
Yeah,
yeah, open. Yeah. They've done all kinds of dumb shit. I hate those shows.
They made it very popular to live in a big industrial warehouse, basically.
Yeah,
where you have a little closet for a bedroom.
Yeah, and everything's gray.
Yeah, everything looks like McDonald's.
Yeah, it's sterile. Yeah, it's gray or white.
Yeah. That's what they want us to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, honestly, you're probably in a better situation where you're in control of your own stuff anyway. You do it when you want, how you want.
And I'm lazy. I don't want to go somewhere else. If they were like, let's say they're like, we'll do a show, but you got to travel down to Atlanta for 2 years and do it. I'm like, man, I don't want it that bad.
Yeah.
I like my bed.
Yeah. True
I'm
that.
all right. My shit's paid off. Like,
Yeah. I mean, we're at a point where, if you can live in Ohio and still make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because what is making it now? It's really having
your bills paid as well.
Yeah, your bills paid and having like people sponsor you and be known. You can do so much from building yourself up online, right? You could do a stand-up tour. You're now are you working on your second book now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's
your wrote a book?
Yeah, he already has a book published, right?
You do?
Well,
you
all right.
Plug that or
I can't talk about that too much.
Okay,
well, we're
sorry.
going back and forth with the I'll talk
we won't bring it up if you.
No, it's not a painful subject. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like
I can't cry. I can't afford to lose any of this moisture.
It's in the.
No. It's,
do you want a water fountain in my water?
Yeah. No.
I didn't know you had a book published.
No. Well, it's at the publisher
I got
now.
you something.
Is that your moth?
Yeah.
Oh, you look at the gentle hands on. No, he's dead.
That's the Mothman prophecy.
I thought you saved it.
Nope.
But it didn't die.
I didn't like him flying around in here during the show.
Yeah, he might eat holes in your fabric.
Hey,
True story.
There you go. No animals were harmed in the making of this podcast.
Except that moth.
Anyway, Luke, let's talk about that book.
Yeah, so it's at the publisher now. I have a literary agent, and the manuscript is done, working on the artwork for it, and now it's to the publisher. But the publisher thinks it's too lukey. It's got too much. There's a lot of jokes they don't like. They don't like when I say things like "Don't bite the hand that fingers you." That really upset them.
That's a quote.
Yeah, in reference something, anything with mildly sexual. And I compare a faucet to a penis. I'm like if the faucet, the spout is obviously the dick, and the aerator would be the head of the dick.
Yeah.
And you can twist it off. If you can't get it off right away, use a wrench. Don't use a wrench on the head of your dick without a safe word. And they're like, we don't like any of that. None of this stuff. And I was like, did you watch any of my videos? You guys came to me. I didn't come to you. Yeah. There's 400 million dudes on the internet that are daytime TV safe, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? So we're kind of going, so now that's the battle now is like, I edited out a lot of what they wanted out.
But not all of it.
Not all of it. Because I'm like, one.
Because it's your book.
My stupid face is on the cover.
Yeah.
Of it. The title ain't mine. The subtitle's not mine. I didn't get to pick the cover, really. I got some say in it. And now all my shit's out of it, but it's my stupid ass face on here. So I'm like, at least needs to reflect me in some manner.
Some way. It has to be silly. You want it to be silly and fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Like your good videos, they get a lot of views.
The videos, the reason of which they approached me.
You don't want corn.
But I'm going here. This is. Don't want to just be speaking out of class because a lot of this might be just information that I've received from other people, so it could be incorrect. But the way I look at it, right? Okay. You have like if you sell the Johnny Woods Chronicles, $25, right? You got an advance from a publisher. And you will get anywhere from 5 to 10%. It's gone down. It used to be 15 to 20. Okay? That means you're making about $1 a book. All right? So if you self-published, it would cost you $3 to $5 to print your book. Now you're making $20 a book, which before people had social media reach, you needed them to distribute it to bookstores and whatever else. But if you got just to fucking click this button
Amazon or whatever.
Yeah, click this button on the TikTok video of which that I'm referencing the book of. Now I'm like, I don't even want. I had made these stupid ass shirts and I was selling them on TikTok and I was like, I sold like $2,500 or 2,500 shirts on here and I made a video and a half. The other video I'm just wearing the shirt.
Shit.
So I'm like, if I did that with a book that I'm making $20 a piece on.
You could sell 10,000, 20,000 copies of it. Easy, Luke.
Yeah, and that's I'm like, well, I got to make, you guys are making it into something I don't even like.
Yeah.
For me to make less money just so I could have the ego of saying there's a publisher on it. I was like, I think it's like the music industry. It's like everything now. Like it's, you guys are real cocky for some people. Like, I don't know. And then the contract you signed, it's pretty.
I ironclad.
Yeah, but basically the publisher will own the words. If you wrote the Johnny Woods Chronicles, they own the words that go into that book. You don't. So it's like a record label. So like,
so whatever you say, whatever even your lingo, like the way you talk.
Well, I don't know if they can take your, like if you wrote specific jokes in there, they become property of the publisher.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of where I'm at now is like I'm going to push back that I want these things in here.
Yeah.
And if they're like, well, fuck you, then I'm like, okay, then
you have enough reach to
mutually nicely go. Like hopefully they see it my way. If they don't see it my way, also fine. Like I understand they got to protect their interests. Which is fine. But,
sure. Yeah. It seems like you're going about it in a respectful way, but you also know the reach that you have.
Yeah.
So why not take advantage of that?
So that's
if you have to.
The second book, I'm not even.
It would be great to be with the publisher because obviously it's like the traditional route, like you said, record labels. It's like oh, I'm in stores, I'm in Barnes and Noble, I'm in places that have prestige for people who write books.
Yeah.
But what does that really mean today?
Yeah.
With the internet, also, it'd be great to reach other people, but there's a bunch of people that already like you. There's a bunch of people who are very interested in what you have to say and would probably want to hear it from you anyway.
And my view is like, it's like the hanging with Mr. Cooper, right? He's on TV doing this. I'm trying to remember his name. What the hell's his name? Forget, but he's a comic anyway. Same thing with like Bob Saget on Full House. People come out to see him based on what they saw on TV, and they're like, this is disgusting. I hate this.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm selling myself as Mark Curry.
Yeah, he's like dirty.
Real dirty. So people come out, they're
on
like,
network TV for
all
years.
These church folks are coming out because of the TV show.
Yeah.
But so it's like even if but even with a publisher, in your contract, you're like, you got to make these many videos and do this. So it's like, I'm still doing the promotion anyway.
They're just printing the book. Right?
I mean, like I said, you're not going to get your book at an airport by a kiosk without a publisher. You're not going to get your book in Barnes and Nobles.
Because he wrote his book.
Well, I think
he had his book do a run, and then I
sent him a message because I'd like to chat with him about it. Because, like I said, what I'm doing is research just from talking.
He's going to be in Dayton in August, the Funny Bone.
All right,
try to get in with that.
But then it'd be too late.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I sent him a message.
Not for your next book.
But next one,
he's very nice. He would give you.
I'm pretty fully committed to going self-publish on the next one. Just because,
I'm sure he would give you some great insight.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of weird, so I don't think they'd want.
Is the second book similar in the same vein as the
no.
first? No.
Okay. Let me plug the first one. I don't fully hate it yet, but I'm getting close. But
the more you take it away from yourself.
Oh yeah, it's unrecognizable. As I tell you, sanded so many edges off. I don't even know what shape this is anymore. But it's like a guide to your house, like a how-to, like one of those kind of. Originally, my vision was like, look like one of them old,
like a
Popular Mechanics. You know, like they have all these like kind of hand drawn, like kind of 60s, 70s images of shit.
Almost like a Sears catalog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like it was going to look like that, but you could kind of read it straight through, and there'd just be random projects you can do, or like this is how your plumbing system works. This is how your electrical system works.
Great.
This is what a soffit does. Just basically, and also insulting him and calling people little bitch tits and stuff like that in the thing. But so that's the first book.
It's like Mark Maron, but how to build a house.
Kind of, yeah. It begins with insults, a lot of making fun of their mom. You got a little tiny penis, that kind of, but all that stuff they hate. The publisher doesn't.
But by the end of the book, they'll have a big penis because they'll have all the knowledge.
Yeah, that's the point. I said actually the book in
makes
the intro,
your dick bigger.
Yeah, I'd say by the end of it, you can be damn.
I got to get this.
The
book.
point is. I want you, like, you got to become the man of your house. And I'm not saying, like, you don't even got to be a man. You could be a lady man. But it's like the kind of man, like Matthew McConaughey in a movie, where he's just like, he's chilled out. Everything seems like it's going to be
all right.
So I was like, you got to be the McConaughey in your house. Raise your McConaugheys, and even ladies can swing your dick around in the house. But then he's like, we don't want anyone swinging their dick around.
Why not?
I was like, that's the whole point of the book is dick swinging.
It's a dick swinging.
It's a dick swinging book.
There's gonna be a lot of dick swing. This is a dick swinging heavy episode. Actually.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of dick. I like dicks swinging around. Ladies, dudes, it don't matter. Swing them dicks.
Swing them dicks.
But the next book, I'm real excited. That's more like my videos, where it's kind of. But I leaned in real hard to I like old 50s style noir kind of movies. So I'm doing it it's a handyman noir thriller, but instead of but also real surreal. The van flies. Like I said, it can travel through time if I need to. I don't like going back because the tattoos don't go over well. People yell racial slurs at me. I don't like that. But it smells like shit back there too, for real. People don't appreciate how much the past stunk like shit.
Yeah, we didn't have we didn't have a way to clean up waste back then.
No plumb. Yeah, people were shitting in their yard. Romans had plumbing, but somehow we just forgot.
They just put the trash in the streets. Probably.
Yeah,
How could
horse
you do
shit.
a plumbing based chapter if there's no plumbing? You know?
Yeah, exactly. But then so it's called Yellow Springs, where the tie dye never dries. A handyman noir. So it's like
I love that.
But then all the characters are like kind of ridiculously exaggerated hippie people and whatever else. So yeah, and the whole basis is that I don't know if are you young? Are you too old to know? You know Fraggle Rock?
Like the puppets, yeah.
Yeah.
They still do Fraggle Rock.
Oh, okay.
You would know that.
Thank God.
You would know that they still do it, dude.
There was a billboard on 35 like a month ago.
For Fraggle, they're in the billboard business now.
Yeah. Or no, well, they were doing a live show in Dayton somewhere.
Well, this is what I like about this show, because you got the Fraggles and the Doozers. And the Doozers, after work all day, put your cares away. Dancing's for another day. Work your cares away. That's the Dozer song. And the other one's Dance Your Cares Away. Work is for another day. It's the Fraggles. But the Dozers build these structures all day, and the Fraggles eat them. And that's the point of the book, is that Fraggles need dozers, or doozers, and I'm a doozer, and these motherfuckers are Fraggles. So it's I despise them because they keep eating my structure.
Yeah.
But it's a symbiotic relationship.
But you have to go and build it again.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You have to go rebuild it.
Fraggles and doozers. And that's that's my relationship with that town. So
That's powerful.
yeah, deep Fraggle.
I like that.
Fraggle metaphor.
Yeah. Jeez.
But I'm glad to know kids are. I know you're not a kid, but you're a young man, that they still know the Fraggles are. Otherwise, that metaphor would be.
I'm also autistic.
I'm also autistic.
I have no idea what the Fraggles are.
What the fuck kind of childhood you have?
It's like the,
Did you say you're also autistic?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me ask
We've
this.
covered that in other episodes.
Autistic man, because this joke got cut too out of my book. I was like, I'm trying to write this in a way that you'll read it, because the only people going to read a how-to guide cover to cover are people in jail or kids with a very specific type of autism. And they're like, no jokes about autism. It's like, I'm not insulting them. I'm like, that's the superpower they have to take in information.
Yeah,
That's
focus
the
and shit.
Yeah. That's how I built this
How
studio.
to work all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. How you think I fixed this up?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I know. Yeah, I got family members with the tiz. I know.
Yeah.
They're
I
fucking
think I
get
just
better
got a
grade than
touch,
me.
but it's a heavy touch. It's
Some
days it's really.
It hit me. It hit me a little.
Yeah.
It hit me. I manage it very well, though.
Like, I know my daughter's got a big touch, because like you're just sitting around, you turn, like we'll be in a restaurant, she'll knit the whole sweater's knitted. Like it's always something she's deconstructing and reconstructing, and
That's sweet.
yeah.
Hell yeah. You should, dude. I mean, if the book thing and the social media stuff doesn't work out, you could just start a sweatshop, dude.
I've made that comment more than once. You look at her room and it's like,
Yeah, you just have child labor. Hey, who's making your merch, dude?
Yeah.
When you sold those 2,500 shirts, how late did your daughter have to stay up to finish those?
She's on her own. She took one of her pills. She's been blasting through it, dude. She loves it. It's a labor of love.
It's a labor.
She took one of her pills and she's great.
Yeah, I gotta keep her busy, dude. And we're gonna capitalize off it.
Hey, dude. Hey, as long as they're busy, they're safe, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, she'd be chewing on the woodwork. We gotta get her in something. Yeah. Get her in there.
Yeah. I think that's what they meant in the Bible when they said the gnashing of teeth. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
We live in a world driven by meth and benzos.
They visionary. Yeah.
Patrick,
What else you got going on,
texting
Luke?
me, Patrick?
I'm texting you timestamps, yeah.
Oh, for 13 minutes is funny.
That's when the
42
relationships-
minutes is funny. Okay, thanks, Pat.
The relationship's falling apart is when you're texting each other from across the house.
I know. Yeah, dude, we really got to step it up, Pat. Communication is key.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Hey, that was funny. Let's for post. Hey,
Yeah. We got a clip.
Glad you liked it, Pat.
we got the clip.
Clipped it up.
Get him out of here. Before everything goes to chaos.
Yeah.
The van is disintegrating in the parking lot. Get out it's got 13 minutes. All right.
Dude, can we surf on top of your van after this?
I want you to.
Really?
Yeah.
I swear.
I want to see which of you could stay up.
You got the van here?
Oh, I've got 2 vans.
Do you
Not
have
to
the one that
brag.
you're
No,
fixing?
he drove 2 vans here, dude.
Yeah, like a Roman centurion, dude. I'm fucking holding on to either
Yeah,
side.
you remember how kids used to steal bikes?
Yeah.
And they would ride with it?
Taking up both lanes. Fuck.
Wow.
No, my green van is now. That's the other thing that pissed me off. So I'm fucking with this book, and I need to finish painting that van. I got it stripped down and I patched like a bunch of rust holes, and now it's just a half van with the doors off, just mocking me in the backyard.
Just a Franken van.
Yeah.
How's your truck coming back?
Why you bring up all these things that hurt my feelings?
I'm sorry. I just
I got
I'm invested
all my
in-
neighbors.
I'm
If they
invested.
didn't think I was Latino, they are positive now because I got. Because here's what happened: I got the F-150 flipped, so it's fucked up, but otherwise perfect.
I want to tell a story about a car with you real quick before
Please.
you tell about anything else. This is insane because I used to work on Dayton Xenia Road.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, I don't know what part, but I know
The part that meets right before you get into Kettering and you go right where those cornfields and stuff are.
Yeah, yeah.
That you remember this? So I mean, you probably don't because I'm driving home from work one day and then I see a big Lincoln Town car on fire on the corner of
Oh no, that was Upper Bellbrook Road.
Upper Bellbrook Road. That's
Yeah,
right. That's what it
yeah.
was. Not Dayton Xenia.
Yeah,
It was
Dayton
Upper
Xenia's
Bellbrook. I'm wrong. I never
I
worked
was
on
wondering
Dayton
where the
Xenia.
story was going, but
So
now I know where
drove
you are.
past a big old Lincoln
That thing
Town
was
car.
burning, dude.
It was literally on fire, and I was like, "That's crazy." And I kept driving, and then later that night, I saw you on TikTok telling a story about how your car set on fire. And I was like, "I wish
Those
I would."
flames were like 30 feet up in the air.
I
dude.
know, it was insane, dude. I was like, I wish I would have known that was you, but I was trying to stay away from it because I thought it might
Just
blow
fair,
up.
yeah.
But it was crazy to
yeah.
later that night see, or maybe a day or two later, whenever you put the video out, you made a video about how your car had fucking almost exploded and it set on fire and shit.
I was,
And like,
okay, here's
holy
the part
shit.
that still makes me, because one, I had a hoodie in there that I had since I was 12. My favorite hoodie.
Still fits.
Oh, dude, it was huge when I was in. It was like all worn out. It was a fucking gorgeous hoodie. I had like a hard drive in the trunk. I had some shit I needed, but
Probably
that
some
thing,
shit
it was on fire, but I had a good 20 minutes to get into the trunk. And I was like, this is going to just really
It
take
could
off.
blow up anytime.
It's really going to go. But I'm just sitting there for a while, like, fire department's still ain't. If fire department could have made it there
Easily.
within 20 minutes, I'd still have a Lincoln Town car. But they're just, it was in the country, so I'm not blaming the fire department. First responders, thank you. You're great. But, I was like, damn the shit up. Because I can get another Lincoln Town car.
Yeah.
Right. I can't get that hoodie back.
Can't get that hoodie, and you probably
That
did
hard
want to
drive
burn
thing.
those hard drives, honestly.
Yeah.
I think this is what happened. I think the car was on fire, and he was like, but the hard drive's in the trunk.
Throw these in there. Yeah. It was all a ruse. Clever ruse.
Hey, sorry if we're for those pesky kids. I'm sorry I stumbled upon your crime scene.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to bring that up on camera.
Like, sir, why are you throwing hard drives
Why are you
into this
bringing
house fire?
I don't know. You're the one that decided to bring up hard drives in this conversation.
But I had good footage on there. It was good. My documentary's got a hole in it. You're missing something. Yeah.
Oh
What's up with you in
shit.
cars, man?
Yeah, dude. You got
Nothing,
bad luck
bro.
with cars, dude.
No, I live hard, dude. I live a hard life. No,
You're a man's man, Luke.
well, the truck thing, because I got stung by a bee and then I passed out, or it was a hornet, not a bitch. It was a hornet.
I forgot about this. Holy shit! This is even crazier, dude.
Yeah, I didn't even know how allergic I was. I didn't.
Holy shit!
But anyway, I was like, damn, I feel weird. It didn't even really hurt. It was like I got electrocuted, and I was like, all right. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. And then got my truck, and I was driving, and all of a sudden, like I felt it happened super fast because I was with my stepdaughter, and I was like, I feel fucked up. I'm driving to the hospital. And I was like, call your mom if I don't, whatever. I was like, because tell her to meet us at the hospital. And then that's the last thing I remember. Bloop. And then I was out, and the truck just kept driving, went through a whole ass soybean field,
Holy
real
shit!
far into these trees. And this branch went through, Like the truck is utterly perfect. There's like a U-shaped branch, so that it caught the hood of the truck like that. But it was right by my head. They had it chainsawed off to get me out of the truck.
Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, could have went the final destination me through the face.
Holy shit.
Me not as beautiful, which I'd have been upset about. But
hey, it'd be really hard to do that.
yeah, but no, my daughter, like stepdaughter, I call her my daughter. Doesn't mean I don't love her as much, but just someone else's balls.
Yeah.
I don't want to take away the credit from his sperms. But yeah, she saved my life, dude. She called 911. She had to guide him all the way. They had to carry I saw the police footage afterwards, and you could tell they were pissed because they had to haul my ass like a good quarter mile through
Up to the road.
Yeah, through like full grown soybeans, and you could like the one lady was getting mad because it's like a little gurney in my arm. I'm watching the footage. It's weird because you're watching yourself. Am I dead? Like, because it just looks dead. And she's like fucking like mad at my arm, and I kept flinging my arm back on the thing. Like I was like, that lady is pissed at carrying me.
Yeah, she's like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, fuck this dead ass guy.
Why couldn't he have crashed on the road like normal people?
But yeah, so she saved me. But now looking back, I was like, she could have just reached over and put her foot on the brake pedal at any point in that soybean field. We had a long ride in that soybean field. Why don't you just press the brake? My truck would be fine. All this would be. Then you could just wait there for me to wake up. Like, what do you like? Yeah, I've moved her hero status down a touch.
The way she handled it, though.
She still handled it. Oh, the 911 call.
Yeah.
I'm in tears. I hear that 911 call. But yeah, put your foot on
a
the
lot
brake.
of people cried when they listened to that.
Put it on the. Just reach your foot over there. Stop this car.
That was hard to listen to.
Yeah, it was tough, dude.
Yeah,
it was tough.
I know. I kept waiting because when I finally woke up in the hospital. They said I kept asking if she was all right like 15 times. I remember she was in the car because it wasn't like I was asleep. It was like it was off.
You just couldn't do it. You were paralyzed.
It's not like you woke up from a sleep. It was like the TV was off and then it was turned back on again. Like it was like darkness, whatever it was.
Blackout.
Yeah.
You blacked out.
Yeah. I was nothing. I don't remember jack shit.
Damn.
And then even when they woke me up, like I was blind, like I couldn't see for like 3 hours.
Holy shit!
Nothing
dude.
in front of nothing. Right. And but they said like I kept repeating myself. I don't know what kind of drugs they shot me full of or not, but yeah.
They probably made you go blind with the drugs, dude.
I was gonna say if she wasn't there, they probably would have Narcan me.
Were you in anaphylactic shock basically from the Hornet?
Yeah.
Was it a killer hornet or what, bro? Like what the fuck?
Well, I had to go to. I've since been to an allergist. And it's Hornets and Yellow Jackets got my number. So
damn. You should get a tattoo of one.
Yeah, just kind of rub it. I'll get a stinger.
Yeah.
Right where it stung you.
Yeah, right where it stung you.
Literally, I didn't even swell up. It was right on the tip. I was reaching into a dryer vent to pull lint out of it, and there was a fucking hornet's nest in there. It just kind of looked at me too, like get the fuck out of my house. And and then I was like, what the fuck? And then
damn, it zapped you.
Yeah, it zapped me good. Yeah, cost me a truck. Yeah.
Damn.
But anyway, back to
or
no, the whole top of the hood and the driver's side door got crunched. But
you got so lucky, dog.
Real lucky.
Wow.
Yeah, except with the vehicles.
Yeah.
So I bought a second F-150.
The truck thing sucks, but at least you're alive.
As parts for the other truck, but the truck I bought for the parts of it runs so like it's great. So now I have a fucked up truck in my yard. Another truck looks just like it that runs. The green van taken apart, and then the purple van I'm driving right now. I was like, they definitely think I'm a Mexican.
Oh yeah, your neighbors are pissed.
Buy cars and duplicates too.
Yeah. They're like, he's gonna have to get a license if he buys any more cars.
They're like, move to the country.
You have to get a dealer license.
I know, dude. Because then I got my daughter's car and then wife's car too. I have too many cars.
Oh, you have like 7 cars over there.
The trick is to just register them all as one. If you get duplicates, you can just
switch the license plates.
Yeah, you switch license plates. It's the way to do it. Yeah. It's a lot cheaper. I don't know why people don't do that.
You guys heard it here first.
Yeah. Yeah, guys. If you get 3 of the exact same car, you just register one, insure one, whatever.
Yeah,
it's fine. Yeah, cheaper.
That's
not even close to the same model.
Save the money, honestly.
That's the third book.
Life hacks. Yeah.
Life hacks. Figure it out.
Gentle fraud.
Yeah. Victimless crime is what I call it.
That's right, dude. It's white collar shit.
Yeah. Play tennis in jail. I don't give a fuck.
Dude, you'd be crushing it in jail, bro.
Better I live now. White collar jail.
Yeah, they think you were. You probably think you were Guido, honestly.
You end up becoming the maintenance man of the jail.
Start painting and shit.
Fixing old stockbrokers' glasses.
I could do your taxes for you. Yeah. Andy Dufresne looking motherfucker.
You think he's prolific with the books now, dude? Put him in jail.
Yeah, I'll write some shit.
All they give you is James Patterson in there, so, and religious shit. Yeah. So it's like, it's not great.
Oh, do they censor your book collection?
They don't give you they don't give you a lot. It's a lot of westerns and like mysteries and shit. They're not giving you they're not giving you great stuff. Right. You know what I mean? They don't give you the anarchist cookbook or anything.
Anything like thought-provoking.
Nothing that's gonna. It's all gray and
about
desert.
The industrial prison complex.
No, they don't let you have that stuff in there.
Organizing prison riots.
Yeah. That's strictly off limits.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was
I should be your literary agent, dude.
I was a worker when I was in jail, and I did some time back in 2009, 2010 or something.
Worker, like what do you?
I was a custodian. I had a multiple jobs, so I did a year in county jail for underage drinking and couple DUIs and shit. I turned.
So you got a year.
I turned 21 in there. I was 20 and I turned 21.
Damn,
in there.
They give you a solid year for how many DUIs?
2, and then
your lawyer sucked.
3 underage drinking charges within 6 months. They was catching me out at parties, and they was pulled me over a couple times.
That sucks.
The cops were out for me. It was fucked.
Yeah, because I was underage drunk since 16.
I also did go to court after I got the last one.
Oh, so you got one for not showing.
So it was a year. So it was a year later when they finally caught me.
Out.
Yeah, so I had a warrant. I had a warrant for a year because I skipped court, and they were like, "Fuck you." Or you're like, we're gonna give you all these charges at once.
Judges get mad about that.
They didn't
stood them up.
They didn't basically.
That's what you went to jail for, standing the judge.
Standing up the judge.
Yeah.
But dude, at first I was a maintenance guy at night, so I'd buff the floors and shit and do laundry and stuff. And then eventually I got bumped up to one of the cafeteria guys, and I'd give out the food. And then they moved me, so I transferred to a different facility as a worker because they needed somebody got out and they needed another guy. So I was working here for a little bit as a custodial guy like I was at the other jail. But then they were like, hey, do you want a job washing cars at the sheriff's station? This is Greene County.
Oh, so they offer it to you.
This is in Greene County. Yeah, they offered it to you because I was on short time and I was a good behavior and stuff. Yeah. So they were like, you get to leave the jail every day and you walk from, where the courthouse is, where they have the fucking basketball thing on top.
They never playing basketball up there.
You walk 2 blocks down past the public defender's office to the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
You just leave the jail. There's no guards with you or anything. They're like, go over there. Just walk down there.
You just go there and wash cars.
You just go there and watch cars for 6 or 7 hours.
Did you go get a coffee or something?
Sometimes the cops would bring you coffee at McDonald's when you worked if you really detailed their car out, they'd come hook you up and fucking. But it was just crazy to me that I was able to leave.
Yeah,
I was already there for 6 months at that time. I had half my time left, and I was able to just walk out every day and fucking see smell the fresh air. It was nuts, dude.
I mean, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna break out with 6 months left.
Yeah, and also the sheriffs are right there. They're a block away. Yeah. They're going to get me.
But now it's not as impressive now that I hear it, because occasionally there's people break out of that jail all the time. There'll be a warning, somebody got out. And now if I know they're just letting them walk out.
Yeah, they do. Right down the street from your house.
Yeah, that was some real heist shit going on. But
no.
I'm not really worried about a dude skipping out on some DUIs. I don't think he's going to get out of jail and start slashing throats. But,
exactly. I think I was safe.
You just really jump up a hair.
It took them a while to, I think because I didn't go to court that first time, they were giving me a hassle about because they gave me the job initially and then they came back after they did my paperwork and they were like, why didn't you show up why did you run from court? And I was like, it was a long time ago.
I just didn't run there.
Whatever. Yeah, I was a little late. That's it. I showed up a little late. But yeah, that's actually the only fucking good thing in there is doing something with your hands or something like that.
So the night job, were you allowed to sleep all day till you were?
Yeah, so the lights are still on when you go to bed though. You know what I mean? They don't give you no special treatment. You're still in the big dorm with all the other guys.
Yeah. Is it loud as fuck?
Loud as fuck, crazy. I mean, like a zoo every day, bro. Nuts.
Yeah.
Scary shit. And you also see people from that are 18 all the way up to 75 and we're all just wearing the same clothes and eating the same shit. There's no personality or anything,
Yeah, yeah.
We're like cattle. It was nuts. It was weird, bro. Different experience. But when I went to that,
see anybody getting their ass beat in there?
I seen some fights for sure. I almost got into a couple fights, but luckily I'm a big guy, and I also just talked my way out of it. And just was able to not get into anything while I was in there.
Yeah.
But
peace is the answer, guys.
yeah, peace is the answer for sure, dude. There was one time where I got into a beef with a guy over watching TV. So when you move to the old county, I went from the county down by the Walmart, by the juvenile across from there, CDC or whatever that is.
Yeah.
There's a different big jail over there. That's like the warehouse where you're in something like this, but it's fucking beds on the wall, right? Well,
so your beds are all out.
yeah, it's all open, and there's chairs in the middle, and there's stalls and shit. And then it's all one. You don't leave that room. You live in there for whatever.
You get to see daylight
It's like
much?
Squid Games, dude.
A couple small windows in the ceiling.
Oh, so there ain't no outside time either.
Nah. Yeah.
Damn, that's harsh for a fucking DUI missed court.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts. I mean, everybody's in there for different types of shit, but it's just crazy. You don't think that it's that bad until you're there, and you're like, dude, this is how people are living in here. But anyway, so I got moved to the other facility because I got that other job. Mm. That is like a fucking Sylvester Stallone, fucking Kurt Russell break out of prison movie. That's what that shit looks like. That's like old cells, 8 guys in a dorm.
Yeah, they keep trying to like do a levy to rebuild that jail.
That thing is scary, bro.
Yeah.
It's fucking scary for real. Mm. So you're in there with less people. So there's obviously
getting people to build a new jail though. They're like,
this is where they keep fucking up. They keep putting it on the thing.
Privatized.
Everyone's like, "Fuck those prisoners. Let it drip on their head."
You know why they're doing that? Because they're gonna have somebody come in and privatize it and make it even worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is, it might already be. Who knows? Who knows? We follow the money, guys. You like conspiracies?
I just want some people to use that basketball court up on the top. I'm like,
yeah,
I want to play basketball.
You get to use it every great now and then, like once a month or something.
Yeah,
like
I
your
never
dorm.
see anybody playing basketball there.
Yeah, they hardly let you go up there because people are all fucking doing fucked up shit, and so the cops will ground you and be like, "All right, nobody's going outside on the court. Nobody's going for 3 weeks or whatever, or 2, whatever
Something
it is."
to take away from people.
Yeah, basically that's all it is. Yeah, take away your phones or your showers or haircuts or whatever. Yeah. Take away your time, rec time. But I don't know.
Your erect time, dude.
Yeah,
take
bro.
Away your erect.
This is our rec time right now. But yeah, dude, it was interesting though, being a guy who just leave every day.
Yeah, I'm too small. I'm too small.
It's crazy.
Too small for prison?
Not good. Yeah, not great. I don't know. I think you would do fine.
I mean, maybe at this age, at 20, I'd have been in a bad way.
Yeah, you have a lot more knowledge, and you're also emotionally intelligent. You're good at talking to people. Does that make sense? I think people like
no shit.
They'd be like, "That Luke, he's a genius. Leave him alone."
Yeah,
he's smart.
Writing books.
This guy writes books.
He's writing
I
books.
went in, but I watched 60 Days in.
I have too. I was obsessed with that.
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
I'm thinking, I was like, I could do that
easily. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only people that get in trouble are people just up to some bullshit in there.
Yeah.
I think they start some shit because they know they could just tap out anytime, and it makes for better TV watching. I guess I don't know, but it seems like most of the time you could, as long as you went in, your story was good. That's where they always fucked them up. They had a bad story of why they got put in there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Speaking of 60 Days In was good. I was really obsessed with it, but I just watched the show on Apple TV. It's called Blackbird. Have you seen this?
No.
It's like 2 years old, bro. It's about this serial killer who killed they say 14 women. He confessed to 15 women, but they think it might be up to 21 or 22 women that he killed. But he was in prison for 1, but they were about to let him out.
What's this guy's laughing at murder? He loves women
look
getting
that
killed.
up.
That Johnny throwing up into the microphone because of sin.
I think it's that red pill young generation. Boy,
Hey, dude, will you pull up who's the serial killer from Blackbird?
So it's just a true crime documentary?
So it's a true crime, but it's not a documentary. It's like a reenactment. So this is back in the 90s. This young dude, he's like
How mad would you be you killed 20 people and you ain't famous? You don't even get the fame of
Well, that's the thing.
killer.
He's pretending to be autistic or something. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Keene is the guy who snitched.
Larry Hall.
So Larry Hall
Jimmy
is this
Keene
guy.
sounds like a fake name.
So this happened in the 90s between Indiana, Ohio, and
No shit,
Illinois.
so around here.
Yeah, so it was around here, bro. And this dude was killing teenage girls and like fucking, doing fucked up shit and then like burying them. He grew up as a grave digger. His parents lived on a grave site.
Oh, so he was putting them in.
So this dude was burying them under construction sites, under trees. And so they couldn't find the bodies of any of them. But he was confessing, and the cops would let him go because they said he's a serial confessor. This dude's aloof. He's like a goofy. Right?
Jesus Christ.
Bro, the cops let him go like a dozen times. And this one cop kept pressing it and finally got a conviction. But they were going to let him out because they were like, this dude's not right. You forced him into this confession.
But they found the bodies by
They found the body, and he said he did it. And he knew stuff about the crime scene that the public didn't know.
Yeah.
But they said it wasn't going to stick because this dude is just a goofy. And it's like insane. He like played this character.
But I feel like that there's other steps you can. I guess we don't really have insane asylums anymore.
Yeah,
it's a crazy hospital.
And also small town. Think about like Bell Fountain or somewhere small where there's only 2 sheriffs.
Yeah.
And they got other shit to deal with. They're like, we know this guy our whole life.
He's fine.
He's fine. The guy's goofy. He's just a gravedigger's son.
Yeah.
He's not a killer. It may be weird, but he's not a killer. So they don't know that he's killing all these girls over the course of like a couple years. And
now you just ruined this whole show for me.
Oh no, I didn't ruin it. Trust me, it's only 6 episodes, so it's only 6 hours. You can get it done in a night if you're not got an off night.
Yeah,
I watched it within the last couple days. But anyway, this dude that's like a coke dealer and shit gets 10 years in prison, and they're like, hey, if you can go and get transferred to this crazy hospital prison, like Gotham Asylum, basically, where this dude is, Larry Hall. Be his friend and get him to tell you where that other body is because he's about to get out because they think he's nuts. So he's about to get his case overturned.
Yeah.
So they're like, you need to go in and snitch and we'll take all the 10 years away. You can go home.
Deal.
So dude, he does it.
Snitching. Yeah.
Dude, he does it. He goes in there, bro. But like the fucking Italian mob's giving this guy problems. The guards find out that his dad's a cop and that he's there to snitch on someone. And it's just like a lot of... It's insane. It's and knowing that it's based on a true story made it even easier to watch it.
Yeah.
But I recommend it. It just reminded me of what you were saying.
All right.
All those people you've killed, Luke.
They'll never
Where are the bodies, Luke?
This is a true story. All right. I work with this guy on a job. This is after I was out in the military, and he was a foreman for an electrical company. And he was married in the 70s. His wife took off on him. Sad. All by myself. But he rebuilt his life. Got another wife.
She just disappeared?
Yeah. Had some kids. Kids went off to college. Then he sold his house to retire. The people who bought his house took the garage down, and there was a skeleton underneath it. His first wife.
In the foundation?
Yeah, he poured her into he dumped the body under it and built a garage on top of it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so the man went his whole life, whatever, he was a nice guy. He seemed like a nice guy.
You knew the guy?
I knew. Well, I mean, we weren't like friends, but we knew him on the job site. Yeah.
Did he seem like a guy that would do something like that?
Not really. That made me think, like, what did she do? No.
That's what you have to, you always have to ask yourself, like, what's the last thing she said?
Well, because this guy seems pretty even keeled. What led up to this? I'm not saying she deserved to be part of the garage, but
of course not.
Yeah.
Did you see that guy?
We don't condone putting women in concrete.
You see that guy who shot his wife? It was in Texas, like last year. Shot his wife with a shotgun while she was filming it. She was like, she had the camera, and he like.
I think I know what you're talking about.
So I saw the video.
Yeah.
I forget his name, like Casey Jones or something like that. So this guy, he's fucking
Sammy the shotgun.
But if she wouldn't have had that, if they wouldn't have that cell phone video, and nobody would have heard the shots, he could have.
It was an accident.
Who knows?
Yeah, we had
right. People get away with, because I like a lot of true crime. I've been diving.
I've planned ways I could murder people and definitely not get caught.
You could.
Oh, easy.
And when you listen to those,
Carrie Birmingham.
Carrie Birmingham. Yeah. So I think he only got like 10 years for this, for shooting his wife 3 times.
10 years.
Shoot his wife 3 times with a shotgun.
He pumped it and shot again
3 times. Isn't that crazy? In his own driveway.
It was crazy. I know a dude
Patricia Birmingham.
dealing coke, and he's going to do 18 years.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
18,
crazy.
dude. 18, an 18 spot. He's 25. And
that's pretty much the rest of your life.
I was like, he'd been better off shooting a lady with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Like, why is that less time?
Yeah. It's crazy, dude. Yeah. I don't even know. But what the point was, I listen to a lot of true crime, and I like all that kind of stuff, serial killer stuff. I've been thinking, like, there's way more people that don't get caught.
Oh yeah,
there's so much going on that we don't know.
Yeah,
behind our everyday.
The way I think about it, because you watch a TV show, and it's like CSI, and they come out, and they're all good looking. They got like lab coats on. Do you think Greene County Sheriff's doing any of that shit? No. Do you think Dayton, Montgomery counties, they're like, yep, overdose, we got them.
Well, there's so many people like gone missing every year, and it's like all those people aren't just missing or trafficked.
Yeah,
some of them are not around anymore.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
They're just missing. Yeah.
And they're not, unless you got, your family's got money, they ain't looking for you.
Exactly. Yeah. If you don't got a body, you don't got a case.
Yeah, that's why when you watch First 48, because they're like, First 48, they're like, we don't find him in 48 hours. We usually don't find the killer.
We give up.
Like, really? And that's not even a full 48. They work an 8-hour shift. They're not doing overtime. That's the first 16 is what that is.
First 16? They should change the name of the show.
You go in, you have coffee, you probably check your email. So it's probably the first 10. Really.
It's the first 10.
And the cops, it's like they just get a kid to like confess. And they're like, got him. We solved the case. Other than that,
they crush it. Yeah. Dude, they're like anybody else. They got a job. It's just a job for them. When you're doing a job, when you're doing a job, you're like trying to do it good. Most people are trying to do it. I don't care about
who killed that poor kid I've never met before.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get 15 more cases like this next week.
This will happen again and again and again. This is job security. Hey, low key, I know this sounds morbid, but these cops need people to keep doing shit like that to keep so they can retire and buy boats and shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, like if people stop killing in the streets, these cops don't have a lot going on.
What are you gonna do? Just write tickets? Yeah. They gotta.
It's encouraged.
Yeah. We gotta get something going.
Think about that.
Yeah. So really,
think about that, guys.
Yeah. Back to blue, guys. They're doing some more crime.
Back to blue. Hey, here soon, dude. It's just gonna be robots walking the streets as cops. You know, like very RoboCop. I think that's going to be the next 10 years, 15 years.
They already got, New York's got the little cop bot.
Yeah, but they're like doing graffiti on it and shit.
I know. What I'm saying is he's
that's the first step.
He just started. He just started. He's going to remember what happened and his big brother when he gets a little bigger.
That's the first. Yeah, that's the first one.
That's Terminator.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're going to have rockets on their shoulders and nets so they can catch people and shit.
Straight up RoboCop style.
Literally.
Yeah. 2000.
Yeah. Dude, they're building Skynet right now. I mean, we're fucked, dude.
We're fucked. I was talking about this yesterday. This isn't even crazy conspiracy shit. Like, we're talking about the AI art, right? AI is going to drive the cars. They're going to build the things. They're going to bring the things to you. They're going to do all the white collar jobs. That's already happening now.
Yeah.
They're going to have robots that build shit. Like they won't even need a tape measure. They'll just see immediately how long it is and fucking whatever. It'll go to another robot, Wi-Fi. They cut it, bring it in.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Just bang each other? Like just go back and climb trees and shit?
I think it's gonna be less. Money. I think the birth rates are gonna go down. Honestly, I think that.
Yeah, I'll be like, what? Or I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. What's the point of us?
Well, it's like when rats they do studies where like when rats get overpopulated in their habitat, even though they have plenty of food,
madness,
water, madness breaks out.
Yeah, even if they have everything they want,
it's the proximity effect.
Yeah,
too many of us is not good. So I mean, honestly,
yeah. I can't remember the experiment. It was like a bunch of mice, but they had it. Everyone had enough food. Everyone, and it just turned into total bonkers insanity in there.
Yeah,
just
And even after they would take some of these mice out of that environment, put them in a different one where things were peaceful and there was less population. Yes, they would be violent towards the other mice as well.
Yeah,
yeah. Eventually, their babies would also have violent tendencies. Yeah. It's pretty intense.
We're gonna need the robots to start cracking some heads.
Yeah,
we're gonna be out of control.
Yeah, another thing they did with mice, and this is in the last couple of years, is they've figured out how to reverse aging. You've heard of this?
Yeah, telomeres and shit.
The telomeres. This guy was on Rogan a couple times.
One about whatever UCLA.
Same
cured
guy.
Baldness.
Cured baldness.
And I'm like, come on, FDA,
let's go. Let's go, baby. Yeah.
You got a nice hairline though.
Yeah, it's I got some product.
I'm gonna need plugs in the next 10 years. Yeah. Right? Like I'm gonna need hair tits for sure, dude.
Also the skincare, but also use minoxidil as much as possible.
Minoxidil? I was using it for a while, but I haven't used it in like a year.
Yeah, Kirkland brand from Costco, cheap. You get it real cheap at Costco.
Yeah, you can get it over the counter. It's like I don't know why people get the prescription shit.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Doesn't make sense.
The name brand too expensive.
Costco. Oh yeah. Rogaine way too expensive.
If you start using it now, it'll keep you what you got going on. I got a lot of good men's grooming
You should do a
That's
men's
the fifth
grooming
book,
pod, dude.
That's the fifth book.
Yeah.
Just a
men's grooming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke.
2 coats a day.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
Luke Capasso,
Keeping it fresh.
you're the man, bro. you're the freshest and the most oily.
Yeah, you got a nice finish about you. Send a good matte finish.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I need to work on I did do some. My lady did.
Looks like you need to see the sun.
Under eye. Yeah, that's
she did some stuff on me the other day, and so hopefully that's working.
It's good to have a lady. That's a good, also good skincare tip. Sometimes
I wouldn't know about it. Yeah,
she puts like. She's like, you can only use this twice a week because I'm like, well, that doesn't sound good. But she'll put it on, and then it's like a bukkake finish.
yeah.
So you go to sleep with this it dries into like a saran wrap on your face, and then you take it off in the morning.
That's some Jason Bateman shit, dude.
What's that?
Jason Bateman or
for real it is.
Or
Dude,
Patrick Bateman? What?
You get the right woman.
American Psycho.
It's like it is Jason Bateman's routine in American Psycho, which they are mocking.
Is it Jason?
Not Jason Bateman.
Patrick Bateman.
Patrick Bateman. Jason
Norman
Bateman.
Bates.
No, Jason Bateman's the Arrested Development.
Talking about Christian Bale.
Christian
Yeah,
Bale.
I'm talking. American Psycho. Yeah,
Christian Bale.
Patrick Bateman.
But all right,
Patrick
so the
Bateman.
skincare routine that he has that they're mocking him as a psycho, it's not 1/10 of what the average woman does to her face every day. So, yeah, so
he's peeling his skin off, dude.
yeah, it's that mask right there. Yeah,
Love it. This podcast is sponsored by those masks right there. It's thosemasks.com.
Those masks.
it's called. Yeah, it was like bukkake me. Spray it all over my face. Let it dry.
Bukkake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go to bukkakeme.com. I don't think you should.
Yeah, bukkakemeface.com.
Hey, see, that's
pull it
taken.
Yeah, bukkake me face.
I'm not doing it.
He's like, I'm not doing that with you guys here. I want to jack off.
Exactly.
Can't show my friends porn. I will say this though. I met a guy the other day, and within like the first 5 minutes of meeting this guy in first person, he was like showing me naked pictures of him and another woman, like a woman, and I was like, "Bro, chill the fuck out."
Dude.
I believe you have sex.
Have you ever been
dude.
friends with a dude who like you're just like hanging out drinking or whatever, and he puts on porno like it's a movie?
Yeah.
I'm like, are we trying?
It's been a long time, but yeah.
Are we trying to fuck? You trying to get me horny? Like, what are you doing?
It doesn't make sense, dude.
No, like this is for me. This is my alone time film.
Exactly.
I have never shared this with another man.
Yeah.
Unless the man on the screen there too, you know.
Well, it must be. I don't know. Some people just must never grew out of it, you know.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah,
there's definitely like some weird.
Maybe I'm a prude. Maybe I'm.
Yeah,
a prude.
maybe.
I don't watch porn for the art of it. I just watch it. Then I finish.
There is a
feel ashamed,
director's
and that's
vision and stuff. You start to pay attention once you get desensitized to the sex of it. You start to pay attention to like,
yeah,
I can really see what he was going for.
There's a young comic who on the scene, and he knows directors' names and all the stars' names. I'm like, I just bust and clear my history file and get the fuck out of there. Like,
yeah.
What are we doing here?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. He knows too much.
He who shall not be named.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows too much.
He knows way too much.
Yeah.
It's actually sometimes uncomfortable.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But I do like to listen just to see what the new kids are doing.
Yeah.
What's the I'll take a recommendation or two. I'm not trying to listen to your whole history.
Occasionally, I'm like, I wish I'd have clocked her name because she did good work in this, and I would like to see her in different scenarios.
Yeah. You can appreciate someone's character by how hard they work in a scene.
But I just roll the dice, really. I just like, what genre am I into? Let's see what they give me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always different.
Jack roulette for me.
I do like to go to the homepage and just see what's up. Like, who's popping?
Yeah.
60 million views. That must be good.
See, I'm not a homepage guy.
Okay.
It's always, like
you get
college age kind of stuff. And I'm like, it doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I like them a little more grizzled.
I like a little more of a stepmom or a milfish.
What was that? Hollywood grizzled? That's what you like?
Yeah, they're a bit too Hollywood polished for me. I'm like, I need to look like a lady that works at Jiffy Lube. I need to be like within the realm of the waitress at the Bob Evans. Well, something like that.
Yeah.
I need to look like a person who walks around.
Yeah.
So I can put myself in the scenario.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Otherwise, it's too fantasy for me. It's too much mental work.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It could be a lot.
Yeah.
Well, dude, this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
This is good, dude. I think we covered a lot of ground.
I think we killed it.
I think we crushed it.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Agreed. Thanks, Pat, for being here.
You have anything you want to shout out?
Yeah, you got any stuff coming out? This will be out
shows coming
tomorrow.
Shit going on.
on Monday.
He's got a book coming out.
I do have some shows coming out. I got a book coming out. It's not going to come out till next year.
Okay.
What's your shows coming up?
Yeah, I don't remember.
You'll probably be back on before the book comes out.
But I don't remember.
Follow him on Instagram or TikTok. Or
Follow me on Instagram or TikTok. At Luke Capasso. That's what I should plug.
Yeah, at Luke Capasso. Follow at Luke Capasso on all the social medias. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you for being here. I'll be on the road. I'll be on the road in July. I'm going to be at...